Hey guys, have you guys ever woken up one morning and just felt like utter crap? The thoughts going in your head, consuming you, and you're actually believing it. Things like, I'm ugly, I'm not smart enough, I'll never be able to accomplish my goals and dreams. Today we're going to talk about self-talk and how important it is to be able to accomplish this and be able to find something better in order to tell yourself the truth about who you are and what you can accomplish if you think healthier and better. So stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome to a brand new episode of the Bump Podcast. How are you guys doing today?
How y'all doing?
You know, I'm sure they're doing good. They're like, yeah, we're doing great. This has been amazing so far. An amazing wild ride. Oh, hallelujah. Anyway, I am your host, Nabil, and I am joined by my brother,
Shamir. Howdy.
Yeah. I think we got a very interesting topic today. I feel like I say that all the time, and if I do, I'm sorry. It's just every topic I'm really excited to talk about.
They're just interesting.
You know?
Like, you got to love Bump Podcasts.
Yeah.
And the interesting topics.
Yeah. And, you know, we just want to be able to get you guys hyped up and excited for what we're going to talk about each and every single episode so that obviously you can get one step closer to striving to obtain the goals and achievements that we're all trying to do and accomplish. How you like my jacket? It's a good jacket.
I love your jacket. What is it?
It's nice. It's a Captain Rex from Star Wars: The Clone Wars jacket made by Her Universe.
Shout out to Her Universe. Her
Universe, yes.
Okay, yeah. Shout out to you guys over there at Her Universe.
Shout out to Ashley Eckstein.
We love you.
Indeed.
You're gonna be on the podcast soon, so.
Oh yeah.
Save a date on the calendar.
Big Star Wars fans.
Yeah.
Known Ashley for years.
Sometimes I think that
well, today's topic. What's today's topic?
Yeah. I think a lot of people think that talking to yourself is crazy.
It makes you look crazy.
Like, I think something's wrong with it. This guy's got a mental disorder or something. He's
a little loony.
So, you know, I mean, but we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about inner dialogue, self-talk.
Inner dialogue, self-talk. Yeah, super important. Now, the reason you guys might be thinking, well, why are you guys bringing this up? Because from personal experience at the jobs we've had, you know, when you were locked up, I'm sure you also had to go through this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, a lot.
We tend to think, or rather, we bring up in our brains and then out loud whatever flaws we might have, whatever negative, I'm the dumbest person ever. I shouldn't have done this. Or let's say you're trying to hit on somebody. Dang, I really shouldn't have said that, you idiot, you stupid piece of crap. Like, what the heck was that? You know, whatever it might be, or just like, man, I'm not feeling myself today. This sucks. Or, you know, like in my case, I'm feeling good about what I'm wearing today. You might not like it. That's cool. But I felt good today. I went to church. I was just like, I got some compliments on the jacket. So I was just like, hey, right on. You know, I don't get to wear it often because here in Florida, it's barely cold. But today was in the 40s. And I think they said on the radio, like 10 miles per hour wind or whatever. So you might think that's nothing. But when you're feeling it, it's just like, oh, it's a little brisk. Oh, you know?
Yeah.
So, and so anyway, the point is that throughout our entire lives, we've definitely, you know, have had those negative talks to ourselves. I know people, I know a lot of female friends and loved ones who they definitely are hard on themselves. They look in the mirror and they think they're ugly, they're overweight, they're not pretty enough, they're not good looking enough for that girl to pull. They're not smart enough, so they'll never be able to make it in whatever line of career that they, you know, have an interest in, and whatnot. And we need to, as of today and going forward, we need to get into the habit of, you know, turning that around, changing it, in order for us to get better.
Right.
You know, and of course, through the interwebs, we have different comments and suggestions on how to work on this.
Sure thing.
We're obviously going to talk about it. We're going to read it to you guys because, you know, that's what we're here for. So why is self-talk important in life? There's many reasons. Right here, one of the researchers on healthdirect.gov said research shows that positive talk can improve self-esteem, stress management, and well-being, reduce any symptoms of depression, anxiety, and personality disorders. Now that's an interesting one to me.
Right.
Personality disorders, all by the way you talk to yourself and stuff like that. Oh, yeah, so it's kind of like, kind of like being bipolar or whatever the heck. You're in a good mood one day and then the next day you're not because of whatever it was you were thinking about yourself.
Yeah, you probably have like mood swings and stuff because your mind's thinking.
Or just things. Like, I can't complete this job. I really am the dumbest person on the face of the earth. No, you got to cut that off real quick. Cut it out, because not only is it going to affect you, but it's going to affect the people around you, and people won't want to be around you because this is where you're at. This is where your brain and your heart are at, which then affects the outer part of your face, your facial reactions, or your whatever it is you do physically.
I want to add to the Bill's topic real quick. It says here, the inner voice combines conscious thoughts with inbuilt beliefs and biases to create an internal monologue throughout the day. Self-talk is important because it is a big impact on how you feel and what you do. It can be supportive and beneficial, motivating you, or it could be negative, undermining your confidence. Okay. So I think it's solid what Nabil's bringing to the table today, because it's like prior podcasts. It's what you feed yourself. So it's not even just the music, the people around you. It's also, what are you saying to yourself? What are you believing that you are? That's like when I'm very affirmative when I say things, like whether we're professionals, podcasters, or I'm a professional barber, or I'm a professional boxer, whatever, athlete, whatever. I'm believing these things, whether I am or not. I'm gonna be positive. I'm gonna have the right mindset that I believe, that I should believe in. I'm not gonna be the person to tear myself down. I mean, I can't say. I could definitely say actually that I've torn myself down at moments in my life where I've had negative outcomes, and it's just negative moments in my life, but I've definitely overcame them by doing research, seeking help, and just focusing on the task at hand, which is obviously to have a better inner self-talk with myself. And sometimes it doesn't have to be out loud. It could just be I write sometimes, like when I'm very like I have a lot on my mind. I just write things down to kind of just like have a little bit more organization mentally. So I use my notes on my phone for the most part, but sometimes I'll journal as well. But definitely, I mean, there's ways to work through these situations, but I don't think self-talk is linked to crazy people. I think that it is scientifically proven as well that, I mean, there are people that have mental health issues that definitely do talk to themselves and say like random stuff, but most people that do talk to themselves, whether it's a little sentence, a word, or whatever, I mean, that doesn't make you crazy. And I think that mostly in school is where I saw this the most, from like, the young kindergarten years till high school, that people will see you talking or saying something and be like, bro, you're crazy. What are you doing? Why are you talking to yourself? Yeah. It's just like a belief that, like,
that was definitely a school thing for sure. I think a lot of people, I've seen it. I'm pretty sure I was one of those people. And I also was told the same thing. So it's like, it's definitely a full circle thing, but let's not be that kind of person. Don't judge people by, whatever it is, because you don't even know. Sometimes, as I've mentioned in other episodes, I am a Christian. I serve the Lord. That's just my walk. That's the kind of lifestyle I've chosen to have, because based off of experiences I've personally had. And so sometimes, it seems like I'm crazy, but I'm just talking to God, really. Yeah. Trying to recite myself certain Bible verses that I know by memory. Or that I just seek within the Bible app, because that's the quickest access that I kind of have to it while I'm at work, or just not home. And so that's always important things to have. Something there's a Bible verse, and I don't remember exactly in which book it's in, but it says that we are beautifully and wonderfully made, right? And that's a fact. Whether you want to believe in God or not, I firmly believe in. And, you know, I feel like what I've mentioned before, I think in one of the earlier episodes, that I love the voice actor James Arnold Taylor. You know about him. He voices Obi-Wan Kenobi in Star Wars The Clone Wars, and Johnny Test and Fred Flintstone and lots of commercials, and Jedi Master Plo Koon. We love Plo Koon. He voices a lot of amazing characters. Animation Domination on Fox. He does the voice for that announcer. He always says in his podcast, which if you haven't heard it, Talking to Myself, you definitely got to listen to it. It's funny, it's entertaining, it's insightful, etc. So shout out to him. That's a free plug right there. He always says, know more than you want to know. And I'm pretty sure I said it in one of the earlier episodes, but I'm saying it again because it's super important. You know more than you want to know.
Quick thing, real quick.
Yeah.
Repetition is key. If we're repetitive, don't take it as a negative. Take it as a positive for your own life. Repeat, be consistent.
It's getting into good habits.
Yeah.
Point blank period. It's getting into good habits. Repetition is a good habit, but make sure that whatever it is that you're repeating, it's to help yourself, not to degrade yourself more and more, because then what is the point of, what we're trying to accomplish in life and through this podcast and our day-to-day, grind.
Sure.
So, it's very important. And what I'm diving in here has to do with everything I've just said so far. I've asked myself this question various times, like, why is self-talk so important? Right. Other than just what I've read in the Bible and I've studied throughout my life and stuff like that. It's going to help you manage your emotions, reduce stress.
Yes.
Hallelujah. We definitely need to reduce a lot of stress. I'm sure y'all feeling that way, and we definitely have felt that way. Right. Of course, anxiety, while promoting a positive outlook in challenging situations. One study from 2017 found that silently talking to oneself and the third person was an effective and relatively effortless self-control strategy. That was from psychcentral.com. And I believe that 100%. Yeah, I believe that 100%. Yeah. Whether it is speaking over words of affirmation to yourself, again, the Bible verse, I am beautifully and wonderfully made. We're made in God's image. Or, do something in order to change your look a little bit. If you've got short hair and you want to grow a little bit longer hair to style it different, do that. Men, if you look better without a beard, shave it all off. If you look good with the beard, figure out what look kind of looks best where, you feel confident the way you look. Ladies, you don't always need makeup to look pretty. Sometimes it actually makes you look bad. And I mean that with all the respect in the world, but it's the truth. Some women have a lot of women have natural beauty without makeup. Yeah. So if you just put a little bit on, okay, cool. When it looks like you got cake batter on your face, it's just not it.
You look like a 1950 Ford with a whole lot of Bondo on it, and it's not well painted.
What the heck? Where'd that come from?
Look at the 1950s.
Sorry. That came out of left field, and it came from his heart too. But the point is that there's so many ways to make yourself and feel yourself, to make yourself look good and feel good. You know what I'm saying? So anything I've said prior, this isn't a knock to any of you guys. It's just suggestions to be able to improve your self-esteem, your thought, your mind and stuff like that. Sometimes we're saying terrible things about ourselves while we're trying to sleep. And that's just crazy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I had a rough day. This person said that, I don't know, my nose looks like the head of Shrek. Like, that's just crazy. And the way they said it, and then they ganged up on me and brought like 5 or 6 other people too. Wow. It just got me all messed up. Like, that's just not.
Shout out to all you immature guys that need a whole gang worth of people to offend somebody.
I bring that up because, like, anytime people are busting my balls at work, like, I got this one coworker, excuse me. I got this one coworker who he'll tease you, then he'll bring another guy in, and then he'll bring like a whole bunch of other guys in. It's just like, bro, okay, it was funny, but now you're just annoying me. Like, why you got to bring all these people in for?
Well, I wish we would say names for these people so we could shout them out, but they're not even worth it. But what I must tell you, if you are his coworker and you're seeing this, what I can tell you is your profession is being a clown, and I got a bunch of birthday parties coming up that we could contract you for your sorry ass jokes, and I got a big pair of size 15 red shoes for you.
Why?
Because he's a clown.
I get that, but why do you have a size 15 red shoe?
I'm just joking.
You know what? I don't want to. I was going to say.
No, I'm just throwing it out.
Because I know you got pairs of shoes up the butt there, but I'm just like, for real, bro?
Yeah, no.
Some people can be a little psychotic, but
anyways, we the people try to. Sometimes I feel like self-talk too. Like for example, maybe not you, but other people that don't know how to take a joke.
Sometimes I know I don't know how to take a joke. I've definitely caught myself. I'm like, bro, am I too sensitive?
Honestly, you know what? I just gotten to the point that I just make fun of myself to counteract all that stuff, because you're not gonna catch me. I remembered my dog Jimmy from prison. Shout out to all the people in the chain gang that got cell phones and all that, and the Contraband to See Bump podcast. We love you guys. Thank you for supporting as well. Anyways. Jimmy would always say, to the day, the last time that we shared a prison cell together, he was like, "Oh, Shamir, yeah, I'm gonna destroy you with a bunch of jokes, and then this and that." Once he's like, "I'm gonna put the power on you one day," and I'm like, "Okay, yeah, bro." The day before they tell me, "Hey, Shamir, you're gonna transfer."
Okay.
I look at Jimmy, I'm like, yo, I'm going to transfer, but I'm still waiting for you to just tear me up and destroy me with like jokes and a bunch of stuff that you want to throw at me. And nothing. The guy
he just liked you that much, I guess.
That just created, and it's not even that, it's just he had nothing. Because he knew every time somebody would try to make fun of me, anything that they would say about me, like, oh, you got big ears, you got a big forehead, big lips, or like you're gay, because everybody's gay in prison for some reason. If you went to prison, you're gay. Oh yes, honey, yes, oh sweetheart.
And we're not trying to make fun of gay people.
Heck no.
Let's be clear about that.
Not at all. It's just like, bro, if you're shooting at me, I'm gonna just catch the bullet with my freaking teeth. You know what I'm saying? You can't shoot at me when it comes to jokes, because I'm gonna make fun of my own self. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let it.
Or you're gonna swing and hit him with a home run because you got to.
Whatever it may be, but I just
stand your ground when you need to.
Oh yeah, of course. But what I'm trying to say is, of all this, is that for those people that can't take a joke, or it might come to the point when they walk away, they're self-talking to themselves negatively, like, wow, do I really got a Shrek nose? Do I really got, do I look like a 1950s Ford truck with Bondo on and a bad paint job? Do I look like, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I was talking to Bill yesterday in regards to this as well.
We talk a lot, by the way.
Yes, we have a great brotherhood, friendship, relationship, whatever you want to call it.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, Nabil, I could care less what the next person says. And I want to say this to you guys. Whatever Nabil and Shamir says on Bump Podcast, gain the positive. Whatever's a negative, or you are not in favor of what we're saying, just discard it. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not going to be perfect. We're not always going to be,
we're not going to make everybody like this.
The cherry on top for you guys. We will not always be that, and it's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But don't let the next person's thought process determine who you are.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching Brink from
the Disney Channel original movie
last night. Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie in years.
2000, I think it came out in 2000.
Oh my.
2000. Bro, we
24 years old. Yee.
Anyways, so Brink's father in the movie.
Oh, is his name Brink? Like his last name?
Their last name is Brinker.
Brinker, okay.
And then, but they call him Brink.
They nicknamed Brink.
His is Brink, yeah. So long story short, his dad was telling him when he was having a father and son conversation. He's like, when his dad got laid off the job, he had determined his life off what he was doing for a living. So his success was who he was, his identity.
His job.
Once he got fired, he started to, his father started to become hard on himself, like thinking like, man, I'm not this anymore. So who am I? What I'm trying to say with that is that, and I wanted to bring it on one of the podcasts, and I'm glad it's today because we're talking about it. Don't be hard on yourself, on your self-talk, and don't let nobody determine who you are with what they say. And if there's anything negative in your thought process when you're talking to yourself, don't believe that, because it's a negative.
100%.
You know, it's good to be, because this is another thing I want to say too. It's good to be realistic with yourself in order to start fixing the issues you might have in your life, because you need to be realistic. But if it's something that's hindering you, you got to stop doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this. This negative outcomes keep happening. No, today's going to be a new day. And I'm talking to myself. This is what I want y'all to kind of think as well. You know, talk to yourself and be like, today's going to be a new day, a good day. It's, yesterday already happened and tomorrow's not promised. We're going to work on what we got on this step for today. And that's what we're going to do. So this is the exercise that I want you to guys do. And also I want to bring up, here we got the 3 C's, shift the negative thoughts, which is change, commitment, and consistency. We obviously need to change our mindsets little by little. We need to have commitment, which is being affirmative in everything we do. Focusing on the things that we need to focus on. Again, I say it in every podcast. I'm going to continue to say it. Write things down. Write your goals down. Slowly fix them one at a time.
Yeah, look at them every day. That way you're staying on track with whatever it is you want to change and work on.
And then the consistency. Again, I just said earlier, repetition. Same thing, consistency. Keep doing it. Make it second nature, where it's natural. We had the podcast recently too, where we were talking about Mark Zuckerberg and all them, and how they've made getting dressed second nature. They don't use those good.
They use the same clothes every day. That way, they're not using brain power to waste the brain power on just little things like that, unnecessary things like that.
You know, and there's only a certain amount of good ideas you could use throughout the day. So why waste your good ideas on what you're going to wear or whatever? So make these things normal. Make them where you don't have to really think about it, where you don't use that brain power of the day to, hey, I need to change this in myself. No, you already know what time it is. Get it together, Let's get it together, because again, there's times where I might have a negative issue in my life, and sometimes I'll think about it, but I already have the mental strength in a way to be like, okay, this is what's going on. This is what's happening, and having clarity and a rational thought process to be like, okay, I know what's wrong. Let's try to fix it this way, as opposed to just literally like there was a point in my life where I was like, when I was hard on myself and having inner dialogue with myself sometimes, where I was just like, bro, I can't amount to nothing. I suck. I'm dumb. You know what I'm saying? And so there were these certain philosophers that I was reading in regards to, I think it was France, or it was in the period of the Enlightenment period, which was about the 1650s to about the 1800s. And the guy was literally saying, I forgot his name, but that every human is born the same as long as they don't have a medical impediment. And we all are capable of, as long as we study and educate ourselves and try to progress, we literally can accomplish anything the same. I mean, there's, I think in the world there's probably opportunities not equal, but I believe that everybody can make anything happen in their life as long as they really determine themselves to do so. So just understand that it's a work in progress. Everything that you do with your mind, it's a step at a time. So realistically, I mean, that's just where I'm at in regards to the triple C's. We have to stay consistent. We have to be able to build and stay strong to that.
Yeah, and to add on to this whole topic, a really cool topic was being given or was spoken about at my church, right? And it was cool because it kind of had to relate to this. So I was like, oh, bro, I'm gonna eat this up and I'm gonna bring it on to the show. And we're talking about inner dialogue, self-talk. Another form that they used at the church was positive affirmation. I mean, sure, it's common sense. It falls into the same category. No, duh. But one of the 3 things they brought 3 topics that can help you with this and all that stuff. Consistency was definitely one of them.
Sure.
But the positive affirmation was, in their case, what they were talking about was towards people. Mm-hmm. I'm bringing it not only towards people, but of course to ourselves, because we're trying to improve the way we live and the way we behave and so on and so forth. And so not only do you stay consistent, right, but the positive affirmation needs to be intentional. Mm-hmm. Like, you really have to mean it. You don't say just to say it. Oh, that's a nice white shirt. Jeez, did you see that dude's white shirt? My God,
terrible.
That's absolutely terrible. It's hideous. What is that nonsense? My gosh, it looks like he got it at Walmart. This right here, this is Versace, you know. Come to find out, he probably got it at the Burlington Coat Factory or something, you know. No, like, be genuine about what it is you're trying to say, which that is the next word, genuine. So we have intentional, consistent, and genuine. Mm-hmm. You need to be intentional and genuine and consistent about anything you say, positive affirmations to whoever it is you're talking to, but of course yourself, right? If you do all this to yourself, your cup's going to be overflowing. Think of literally a glass cup full of water or whatever, liquid, right? And once it's over pouring, you're just like, all right, whoa, that's enough. That's enough. You're like, what the heck? Chill out. If you're overpouring, if your cup's overpouring, you have plenty to give. When you have so little, how does, if you're not even working on yourself, how do you expect to be able to help anybody else?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Like that just, that doesn't add up. You know, you need to make sure. And sometimes even though you're running low, I think as children of God, as people who are really trying to do good things in life, whether you believe in God or you don't, it's our duty on this earth to be able to pour into other people. Sometimes when we're running low and we pour into other people, our cup gets filled a little bit more. You're feeling good. Let's just say you see someone on the street. Excuse me. You see someone on the street and you know they're like, let's just say instead of asking for money, they're asking for food. You give that person food, even though you might not know if they're actually going to eat it or not, but you see that you actually help them and they're actually eating it. And it happened to me once and it choked me up. Because I know I helped that person. You know, I'm not seeking a reward. I'm not seeking anything. It's just simply like I was of service, which in turn that filled my cup. Hopefully it filled theirs, and hopefully it got them the help that they needed for that day. Make sure you do that too. You know, this is something that we need to keep each other accountable. Not just us two, but you guys, the viewers, and us, the podcast hosts. Let's make sure we do that. Put that into practice. I'm going to repeat it one more time. Positive affirmation. It should be intentional, consistent, and genuine. So
we'll write that down on the bottom for you guys.
Yeah,
so
no doubt about it. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Anything else you kind of want to add to that?
I just got the saying of the day.
Oh,
we wrap it up on that one.
Talk to me. Talk to us.
It says, reality is created by the mind. We can change our reality by changing our mind.
Ooh, say that one more time.
Okay. Reality is created by the mind. We can change our reality by changing our mind. Okay. That's
let that sink in.
Yeah. I like saying marinate. I like that.
Let it marinate.
Let it marinate because, sometimes we don't know where when we're very like, you're not conscious about the psychological portion of your life where you've never been introduced to any of the things when it comes to your mental thought process or anything. Sometimes it's like a person in the sea with no boat or life jacket or anything. You're just swimming in deep waters and not knowing where to go. So, this is one of the main reasons for this podcast, is for you guys to understand that we're here to help you guys in regards to trying to learn to seek towards the light of the tunnel. Again, we're not professional medical help or doctors or anything like that, but we're people that have been through the struggle mentally, through the life struggles. of a daily job, of school, of just a normal life. You know, we don't live lavish or anything like that. So we've been through those struggles. We've been through those tough times mentally, where our inner dialogue has always just been negative in those moments.
Yeah.
But we've overcome them, and we continue to overcome them as time goes by. So again, what we say here is not just for you guys, it's also for us to hold ourselves accountable. So just let that sink in for you guys. Do you have anything else to say, Nabil?
I think that pretty much sums it up. I did have something to add. I'm just trying to remember what it was in regards to what you were just saying. That I can't remember, man.
So be until the next podcast for that one then.
I guess so, but just make sure you guys follow us on our social media pages, Facebook and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Yes. Comment down below. Make sure to click that ringle dingle button.
The ringle dingle dingle.
That way you guys are always informed of when we upload the latest contents, whether it's a full on episode, shorts, what have you. Always make sure to comment, not just in the description box, but on our social media pages. That way we can just kind of keep up with your progress and see how you guys are doing. We'd be happy to share how we're doing, of course, too. Definitely. Highs and lows, whatnot. Ooh, that's a good one. Oh, I just came up with a great idea now. Go ahead. So we're going to do this from this episode forward. We're going to do this. Right. We're always going to talk on the episode about highs and lows. One high and one low.
Alrighty.
Of your week. So you guys make sure that you guys get that down. And if you have no highs, that's okay. If you have no lows, great. That's what we're talking about. Good. Not every week is going to be perfect. Not every week is going to be balanced out. Just make sure that you are doing your best. You're striving to do your very best to get better than you were yesterday. Indeed. Don't stay focused on what happened yesterday. Be present and just live in the moment as you're achieving whatever goals you currently have in order to better yourself. And for tomorrow, don't even worry about tomorrow. For as he said before, tomorrow isn't promised. We don't know if we're going to wake up tomorrow. So let's just enjoy and soak in what we have today.
Indeed.
So I think that pretty much wraps it up. We thank you so much, guys, for tuning in to another episode of the Bum Podcast. Until next time,
we love
take
you
care.
guys. Take
we
care.
Sure do. Bye, guys.
See ya.